Hey everyone, this is Melody from Melody's Makings, and I am here today to make you a video about how to knit Entrelac as written up in my patterns. Stitch counts may vary, but the general premise is what I'm here to show you. Entrelac can be a little bit tricky, so it's helpful to have a good video just explaining things step by step. So that's what I'm doing today. And I am using a circular needle. You can do it on double pointed needles. You can use the magic loop method. You'll probably, if you're not experienced in Entrelac, find it easier to just go ahead and use a circular needle. You'll need a needle or a circular needle length that is shorter than the circumference you are working on. So if you're working on a newborn pattern, you probably want to aim for about a 12-inch length on your circular needles because you've got to be able to fit all of those stitches on there. Although with Entrelac, you will have an easier time doing that. So I have already gone ahead and cast on all of my stitches onto my circular needle. I'm working on the 1 to 3 year size, so I have a few more stitches on my needle than you will if you're doing a newborn. And you don't need, and I have already joined in the round as well. You don't necessarily need to use a stitch marker at this point, just because you'll really know when you hit the end of a round with Entrelac. When you get towards the top of the beanie or the basket, you might want to go ahead and use a stitch marker so that you can keep track of your rounds. But you can always use the yarn tail too to let you know where you're at in the pattern. And at least for now, you should be good with that one. So we'll go ahead and start off. The very first thing you do with an Entrelac stitch is you go ahead and you make your base triangles, a round of base triangles. So I'm going to show you how to do the base triangles. So to start your first base triangle, you go ahead and knit one, and then you turn your work, and you purl one. Now when you come back to the knit side, you're always going to slip that very first stitch, and then you're going to knit the next one. Then you're going to go ahead and turn your work, and purl two. Turn your work, slip one, knit two. Turn your work and purl three. Turn your work, slip one, knit three. Turn your work, purl four, turn your work, slip one, knit four, turn your work, purl five, turn your work, slip one, and knit five. So that gives you a total of 6 stitches worked so far, and you have what looks kind of like, you can see a little triangle. It's a little hard to see because everything's pulling there, but then you go ahead and you repeat all those instructions working on just the next 6 stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and do those for you because it can get a little bit confusing when you're moving on when you already have one triangle, because you have to turn before you work any of these triangle stitches. So we're going to go ahead and start the instructions all the way over again. And like I said, stitch counts may vary. You may have triangles that only have 4 stitches in them. You may have ones that have 8 stitches in them, depending on what pattern designer you're working with, what pattern you're working with. But for my Entrelac beanie and my Entrelac basket patterns, at least, I do have 6 stitches in each of them that I'm working. So we're going to start the triangle process all the way over again, and we knit 1, we turn our work, we purl 1, and remember, we're just ignoring these 6 stitches. Turn our work again, slip 1, knit 1, turn our work again, purl 2, turn our work again, slip 1, knit 3, or I'm sorry, knit 2, we're only on 2 right now, turn our work again, purl 3, you can see each time we're not going into those first 6 stitches, we're creating an entirely new triangle here. We turn our work again, we slip 1 and knit 3, turn our work again, slip 1, no, I'm sorry, goodness, I'm losing my mind. We don't slip 1 on the purl side for the base triangles. So we turn our work again and we just go ahead and purl across that row. Purl the 4, turn our work again, we slip 1 on the knit side, knit 4, turn our work again, purl 5, turn our work one last time, slip the first stitch, and knit 5. So that once again gives us a triangle that has 6 stitches in it. So now we have 2 triangles on our needles. So that's how you work the base triangles. I am going to go ahead and sign off, and I'll upload this video separately so that you can reference it again without having to go through a huge video. So this is video 1, base triangles. I will go ahead and finish up knitting these, and we'll check back to start tier 1 and video 2.